Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, runners of all ages, and welcome to yet another race in the bracket rounds of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2022 Summer Tournament. This race between DiabeetusThe2nd and Big Slamoo. Race number 2. Big Slamoo leads this best of 3 matchup 1-0. So Diabetes is playing for his tournament life tonight. I am one of your co-commentators, Bob Pineapple, MD. Along with me here tonight is Old Vampire Lady making her debut here in the comms booth. So chat, make sure to say a nice hello. And how are you doing tonight, Old Vampire Lady?
I'm doing very well. It's a late night. I love late nights.
I concur, completely agree. Well, just as I predicted before we got started here, many people in chat very upset about this seed already. Starting with both more spells, and we're going to get things kicked off here right now with a visit to the throne room where King Lorik is going to give the speech he's given 1,000,000 times, and we're going to see what's in these chests. We're going to start with fairy water. We're going to have a dragon scale and, of course, our key. But because we have the return spell, we get to keep that key.
Which is a great thing.
A great thing. We're going to see both of our runners immediately do that. Probably go and save before checking. We're going to get a magic refill because that took all of our MP, because we have all these big label spells, but not a lot of MP to use them.
You don't get very far on 8 MP.
No, you certainly don't. So Diabetes is going to get to the save first. Well, Big Slamoo looks like maybe he's going to opt instead to take a look around and finds a town immediately to the south. So we're seeing a divergence immediately here. Big Slamoo finds the town of Garanham.
Garanham, the third most expensive inn.
And we have Erdrick's armor in the treasury that Diabetes just found, and he's going to reset out of that.
And that's a great start.
Diabetes now choosing instead to go and check the backside of Tantagle. So yeah, with armor in the treasury, starting with heal more and hurt more, this has all the makings of a quick one.
Absolutely. Jet speed all the way. Although you never know.
That's very true. It looks like we have Tablet Cave at the back of Tantacle Castle here. Just a single chest check, and DiabeetusThe2nd, of course, no stranger to navigating these in the dark, not afraid of it. Just finds an herb and is going to reset away from that so that he doesn't have to navigate his way back out. Big Slamoo, meanwhile, is already at level 5. While we've been blinking, has moved up. Not a whole lot of stat gains there, but is about to hit level 6. We'll see what this brings us. 4 power, 5 speed, 1 hit point, 5 magic. These have all been fairly nominal gains, it appears.
You can get the outside spell, which does help in getting out of caves quickly.
Yeah, it absolutely does. He seems content to just kind of hang around and do a bit of grinding here in the beginning. Just trying to kind of build up resources, again, because the Hurt More cannon needs more MP. And Diabetes finally making his way out to start exploring the world after 2 resets, seeing what's in the back of Tantagle. So here at level 6, we have almost our entire spellbook learned, except for Stop Spell and Repel. But
absolutely amazing, yeah.
It really is, but the runners are kind of paying for it in that none of these stats are particularly great. Strength is okay, but with Hurt More, it doesn't really matter at this stage.
That's very true. But you do need the magic points to use the Hurt More.
We have 4, 1, 10 hit points, and 0 MP gain on that level from Big Slamoo. So the MP is not forthcoming.
Although he does have 28, so he can get, 5 hurt more out of that.
Absolutely, and he's very close to a town. Oh, Diabetes sent home by the Spectre.
Well, that's a big out.
Yeah, absolutely wild that Big Slamoo still has not checked Tantagle. But then again, the thought process there could be you started with Hurtmore, so even if the sword is in the treasury, it's not doing you as much good as Hurtmore is for these early levels. And if you come out here and grind for a while, you set yourself up in a pretty good position.
Absolutely true, Bob. But that armor is really a big deal.
It's certainly more useful the later along you are in the leveling process. And if Big Slamoo, after gaining another level or two here, ends up going back for it, that's going to put him at quite an advantage in the early running here.
I'm sorry, I missed that somebody didn't keep the armor.
No, Diabetes reset out of there. You'll often see that when you have that key, if armor is in the treasury early going, it's oftentimes more valuable to hang on to the key, just in case you run into, say, a Garanham or something of the like, so you can see what's going on there.
And there's Sharlock.
And there is Sharlock right away. With
always nice to know where Sharlock is. Nothing worse than getting to the end of everything, and you've got everything you need, and you got the hit points, and you can't find Sharlock.
Yep, we've seemed to have a glut of the last day or two of Sharlock being a mere half screen away from Tantagle. So I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be a trend right now.
Their first race, Diabetes and Big Slamoo. The castle was right next to Sharlock, right on the edge.
Yeah, it's right there. And Diabetes finding it in that Sharlock zone. These are good Hurtmore enemies, although the Wraith Knight does have a bit of resistance, but manages to break through. And Diabetes is finally going to get level 5. Big Slamoo, meanwhile, has gone all the way to 8 and doesn't seem to be stopping.
It does help to get off to a good start. You feel a little bit more confident.
Absolutely. Big Slamoo goes ahead and purchases a large shield just to help that defense a little bit, because agility has been a stat that is not gaining very much, second only to MP in how low it is.
And you need the agility. But you need everything, really. The balance.
Yeah, of course, as we're so fond of saying here, agility is just a number. However, when you're exploring the overworld, above 40 is kind of your magic number for exploration, because at that point you are at least a 50% chance to run from everything on the overworld. But Big Slamoo here is going to hit level 9. We'll see what this gain gets him. 4 power, 8 speed, 6 hit points, 2 magic. So again, another just kind of fairly okay, blah, standard level.
Yeah, nothing to really break it out.
Yeah, we haven't seen any double-digit gains in anything so far. Everything's just kind of kept... It almost feels just like running the vanilla game. So Big Slamoo is going to continue to do this at least up to level 10 here.
I haven't run the vanilla game since probably 1989.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Diabetes going ahead and stocking up on keys. And it looks like it's going to go ahead and raid the treasury now, and he will keep the armor this time, now that he's got enough keys to go around. There is gold in the treasury, so we do have the potential for a gold grind setup. Should they find a silver shield or maybe a flame sword, no armor purchase is going to be necessary, of course.
We actually haven't found a cave other than the tablet cave, have we?
We have not, but once we find either mountain or grave, that gold grind can be set up via a death warp. We'll see if it even comes into play. It may be a situation where they don't even need it by that time, or there may not be a silver shield to be had.
It's frustrating. You look around and you hit every shop and there's not a silver shield to be had.
Oh yeah, I definitely know that feeling. Diabetes continuing the shopping trip here, loading up on herbs. Going to go ahead and check the weapon store to see if there's anything worthwhile. Grabs a broadsword. That's a solid purchase, although really with hurt more and only being level 5 right now, swinging at things is not really what he's going to be doing. All right, so we've opened the back of Garanham. We have a torch. We have Erdrick's.
Thank you.
Are we back? I think we might be back.
I'm here.
Fantastic. So,
Looking on my screen now.
I, for one, am shocked that we are not already in Charlock, frankly.
Early Starlock. You gotta love it.
All right, so we're finally getting the treasury check here from Big Slamoo. Grabs that armor, grabs the death necklace. Waits for the NPC to move away.
And I still have no game streaming.
Big Slamoo now has found Garanham. Meanwhile, Diabetes has Remolder, and the only thing that Remolder is going to be good for is the chest, because we had keys earlier on in the stream, and it's empty!
I'm sorry, I still have nothing here.
Yep, apologies, folks. We're still working out a few technical difficulties, so if things are behind in tracking or such like that, we're going to be spending some time catching up here. So we're heading to back of Garanham on Big Slamoo's screen. And I believe this is where Swamp is. Yes, Swamp South, which is what Diabetes found earlier when he went to check the spike tile. Big Slamoo runs smack into a red dragon. That Diabetes did not have that issue when he came through here. So, Mountain Cave now on Diabetes' side.
I always find the mountain cave better than any other cave. Which is kind of silly, but it's true.
So, Big Slamoo has decided on a preemptive Princess Gwaelin save. Just in case the coordinates are not countable. The cave is right there. He went to go and check the spike tile. I like the play. It's not really costing him any time, and the Green Dragon is a good grind, basically at any level when you have Hurt More.
Diabeetus has found gold and the curse belt.
All right, so we know that one of our 3 search spot locations is going to have something important. Diabeetus gets a key in one of the remaining chests. We're going to see him check the last one here shortly. And Big Slamoo has decided, why let a good grind go to waste?
We have hurt more. The green dragons are relatively good. Not to say easy, but
Right.
you all know what I meant.
All right, so Mountain Chest 5 had the Stones of Sunlight, so that cave is mandatory.
They're always in that last chest.
They certainly seem to be. It's always the one that's just out of reach.
And Diabeetus has a nice gold grind going now.
Yes, he does. We're likely seeing a grind for a Silver Shield here. Yeah, so the big thing right now is that Big Slamoo has about a 1,400 experience point lead over Diabeetus. Now, Diabeetus has a mild edge in exploration just by the fact that he has found the stones, he's found Rimmelder, he's found Mountain Cave, and has been able to get through those things relatively unscathed. However, a 1,400 experience point lead at this point in the game is not insignificant. And Big Slamoo is striking out to do exploration of his own right now. And so Diabeetus does purchase that Silver Shield, so has just about the best possible equipment, doesn't have a flame sword, and we're actually not sure, I don't think, if it is possible Ergic's sword has been found and it was just going on while we were having technical issues. We don't know, so it might just be a surprise.
Not on the tracking, but they may have missed it too.
Yeah, because the screens went down for everyone, so it's possible something was found that, but unlikely both would have found what it is, so we'll see it on somebody's screen eventually.
Exactly.
So we're seeing DWR in Swamp Cave doing that, it looks like doing that Green Dragon grind now, deciding, yep, that's what he's going to do, gain some levels there, try and catch up here a little bit. I think I just saw a 28 power gain, along with 11 agility on Big Slamoo's screen at level 11.
Well, that'll certainly move it all along.
Yeah, that is huge. HP and MP still pretty drab for this level, but workable. At least for exploration's sake. Big Slamoo's exploration, however, not really turning up many results at present. Oh, and a red dragon. The fun police are here. And nothing doing. Big Slamoo is going home.
Yeah, once the red dragon hits it early on.
Amazingly, that death was Big Slamoo's first. At 21 minutes into the seed.
Really good.
That's what happens when you start with heal more and hurt more, I guess. So Big Slamu focused on exploration right now, while Diabetes is kind of doing the mop-up that Big Slamu is already taken care of, especially when it comes to leveling. He's going into Swamp Cave to gain levels. He's now at level 9, so he's coming along level-wise. The experience lead has dropped slightly to 1,200, but still a big deal. Oh, and Diabetes foiled by an NPC yet again.
I wish you could just take them out.
I believe there is a constant request from some people in the community to get rid of the NPCs. But would it really feel like Dragon Warrior?
No, it absolutely wouldn't. When you get mobbed by the people in Gillingham and you can't even move. That's Dragon Warrior.
Alright, Big Slamu has found Mountain Cave now, and will soon find the Stones of Sunlight as well.
Has anyone found Cantlin?
I do not believe Cantlin has been located. We're missing Cantlin. I believe we're missing Cole. Breckenary has not been located, and neither is Hawksness.
Many of those are key.
Yep, so Cole could be important because of the Cursed Belt. Cantlin, of course, could be as well. Possible coordinate count. And, of course, Hawksness. These are our 3 search locations. Breckenary, of course, is never important, but sometimes you like to see that 6 gold in.
And to leave the light on for you.
Absolutely.
Every once in a while, a keep in stay is exactly what you need.
So Big Slamu's dive into Mountain Cave, not successful. Got slammed by another red dragon, and I don't think Diabetes saw a single red dragon his entire dive through Mountain.
No, I don't believe he did either.
Yeah, that's a rough one, getting sent back for that. Diabetes is now at level 10.
So he's keeping up. So
the big lead that Big Slamu had before, due to just his exploration kind of taking longer to find stuff than Diabetes's, and just getting slammed by red dragons, he's down now to just a 700, so that lead has been cut in half from its initial.
And he just found a little red dragon fun for himself, Big Diabetes.
He did, finally.
I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here because my screen has gotten real small. And I'm seeing parts of the OBS. So it takes me a while to catch up to what's going on. I do apologize.
Not a problem at all. So Big Slamu back in Mountain Cave. Diabetes now is deciding, well, let's continue our exploration. Big Slamu has a good first floor. Nice hero walk through that.
Much better. Whoever's fixing that. Look.
Yep, looks like Gambit is on the case. There we go. More green dragons there for Big Slamu. Oh dear, a Demon Knight takes Diabetes out this time.
And I'm missing the Diabetes screen.
All right, so Slamu headed toward chest 5 in Mountain Cave. Is going to quickly find the stones and get out of there. So we're missing 4 towns right now. We also still have Grave outstanding. We have the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave outstanding as well as the Harp Trade-In and the Jerk. So quite a bit still to explore.
You can't get the Starlock without those things.
Absolutely. So order of operations is going to become real important here. Looks like Diabetes is going back to the Spiked Tile and Swamp. Oh, Big Slamu runs into our first Armored Knight, our first AK-47. Takes it out, but is down to 9 hit points and 1 MP.
For some reason, they seem worse than Red Dragon.
In some ways, they are. Well, I believe Big Slamu has just found the grave. Yep, that is exactly what that is. And he's going to get to those top 3 chests where we're going to find a fairy water, gold, more gold. So he's going to go ahead and exit. He's electing not to deep dive. The things that are outstanding are the harp, the fairy flute, and Erdrick's sword, we believe. And so he's going to play the numbers here because we haven't found... We haven't checked Cole, we haven't checked Hawksness, and we haven't found Cantlin, so we can't figure out if there are coordinates. And since there are only 3 key items remaining, he's going to bet the math and not deep dive there.
Because you can run into a lot of trouble deep diving that grave.
Yeah, he's also, of course, down to 1 magic point. Deep diving there probably wasn't going to work out.
Nope, not at all. Diabetes seems to be grinding the greens again.
Yep, he is sticking to it, and I like the play, to be honest. He's found the same amount of stuff that Big Slamu has found. We know he's been behind in experience. He doesn't know that, although he probably feels like he might be, just depending on how well he knows how Big Slamu tends to play. But okay, he's going all the way through here. Back to exploration.
He's holding on to the silver shield, which will help immensely once he gets the Starlock.
Alright, so we're seeing a town on Diabeetus' screen, but I don't know if it's one we've seen before. I don't think it is. We're going to find out shortly, although he keeps running into rogue scorpions. I do not want to let him in. Rogue scorpions have stop spell. That's nice. And we have... It is Cole, yes. You love to see it. So we're going to search that spot immediately. And I did not see what it was because we had a lag spike.
Bob.
Yep. So, no idea what was there. The game's keeping us in the dark at every possible turn. Well, we will see Big Slamu go there eventually, so we'll be able to suss out what that is.
There's another win for the Red Dragon.
Yep, they have been a real problem. Diabetes finds another town. Breckenary, yep. So one of the consequences of Slamu's big walk to basically nowhere is that his lead has essentially evaporated at this point. Diabetes is finding town after town. There was likely something in coal. We're just not sure what it was, and Slamu has not even found those yet. You have to go through swamp to get there, although we're not sure if this is one continent or two. And Diabetes has found yet another town, and this is going to be either Cantlin or Hawksness, and it's Cantlin. So we will almost certainly see a coordinate check here. To answer Schmeich in chat, we don't know, actually. It's possible Harp was in coal, but when Diabetes was searching the tile, we had a screen chop, so nobody knows what was there.
You're always thankful to have the armor going into the coordinates here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to see here. We do have coordinates. It's 6 north and 73 west.
I want to find the princess for that. He was selling off all his stuff so he could get a lot of fairy water, not fire hazard. It's a different game. A lot of fairy water.
Yep, he went ahead and stocked up.
That's the real advantage of being able to navigate the caves in the dark. You don't need to carry a torch, and you don't need to use up magic points.
So Big Slamu now has found Cantlin, and I think that confirms that we're on a single continent.
He came in from the other side.
Yeah, he came from the other way. Oh no, Slamu went through swamp? Okay, DK letting us know Slamu went through swamp. Never mind, he just went a different direction out of swamp, so he has not located coal, or he's going clockwise as opposed to the counterclockwise that Diabetes went for order of towns. And Slamu's... Sorry, yeah, Slamu's preemptive saving of Gwalen here is kind of allowing him to check where he is coordinate-wise immediately.
With that second number, the 73.
Diabetes found the harp. Yep, and this is confirming that the harp was not in coal because Diabetes leaves immediately. And very shortly thereafter, Big Slamu goes through both caves. Yeah, Harp, Turnin, and Jerk being within mere steps of each other. Very convenient.
They're both fairly close now in experience points.
Yeah, they are essentially tied at this point, considering how much experience the monsters they're fighting give.
And the next level is 4125, I believe, in experience points.
And here's Hawksness. Diabetes is located at just to the east of Jerk Cave.
And he found everything then.
And Big Slamu about to find it as well. Spike Tile is an Axe Knight. You love to see that.
Took him down with one hurt more.
And there is the silver harp. So the harp turn-in is right next to it.
Can't get any more convenient than that.
Now, again, we do not know what was in coal. But we will know soon enough, depending on what Diabetes does here. Because if the sword was in coal, he's not going to check the coordinates. He's done. We'll see a grinding go here. But if there was nothing in coal, or say the fairy flute was in coal, he's going to go ahead and walk those coordinates.
Rainbow drop while he can. I find it always reassuring to have that in your inventory.
Alright, so chat confirming, it looks like maybe there was nothing in coal. Angel said look back at the VOD, and looks like it was nothing. So we're gonna see a coordinate walk then from Diabetes here shortly. Alright, Diabetes headed back to Swamp Cave. Probably going for the Gwaelin save here. That 73 steps with the way this map has looked. Not easy to count.
He knows what's on the spike tile. He knows it's a green dragon.
Chat pointing out that Slamu did not turn in the harp to get the staff, and then turn in the drop, so might be planning on going back to Hawksness to grind that Axe Knight once he finds what he needs.
It's a good grind.
Yeah, all things being equal, I think I'd take the Axe Knight grind over the Green Dragon grind, although the Green Dragon grind happens to be connected to a town. There is no convenient town to Hawksness in this seed.
Hawksness is kind of out in the outskirts.
Yeah, it's out of ways. Alright, so Big Slamu has headed back up there now. Diabetes throws on Repel. Are we going to see a count? Well, he's headed right back to Swamp Cave. Big Slamu turns in the harp.
And the rainbow drop will not be far behind.
Yeah, we'll get the drop shortly.
My screens are frozen. There we go.
And there's his drop. Diabetes going back into the cave. Our experience, Big Slamu has picked a little bit back up. It's about a 400 experience point gap, which again is not much. Diabetes is walking the coordinates. Runs into a red dragon, but decides to swing. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, he's probably looking at his experience points, figuring this will put him real close to 13.
Yeah, I think that all but confirms that he does not have Erdrick's sword. The damage, considering his strength, is not high enough. But just the fact that he's walking the coordinates at all confirmed that he didn't have the sword, since it is the only thing he is missing. Well, technically he's missing the flute, but he wouldn't be walking the coordinates for the flute. Yet another red dragon.
There's a lot of red dragons.
Yeah, if he's not careful, he's just going to run out of resources before he can get down there. This fight will give him level 13, assuming he comes out the other side of it victorious.
Red dragons do consume a lot of your magic points. You have to heal more.
Yeah, quite a few.
3 times. Yeah.
So we have 3 power, 4 speed, 5 hit points, 1 magic point, another nominal level. Aaron saying, choosing a green dragon grind over the Axe Knight. Yeah, I was pontificating about that, Aaron. I would prefer Axe Knights, but the thing about the greens in this one is that you're connected to a town, and Hawksness is out in the middle of nowhere, so I can see why you would pick the green dragons over the Axe Knights in this instance.
Diabetes staying at the most expensive inn in the world.
Yep, for what I can tell, not very good amenities, quite frankly, but I guess everything's worth what someone will pay for it. So, Diabetes continuing, has found now Erdrick's sword, so he is in grind and go. The question is, what grind is he going for? And it looks like he's going to go for the Hawksness grind. At least that seems to be the direction he's headed.
Yep.
It's a much further walk for a refill, but you know, you can potentially one-shot those Axe Knights with a single hurt more at a quicker clip than and more often than you can for green dragons, typically.
But as the green dragons, I don't believe.
So both our runners now are in grind and go mode. They are both level 13. They have chosen different strategies to get to go stats. Right now, yeah, Diabetes can't get away from blue dragons.
You're in there to gain experience points. You don't want to run from them.
So where we're sitting right now, statistically, attack power is coming along. We're not quite where we want to be yet, but it won't take much of a gain to get us there. HP is still kind of woefully under. Agility is woefully under where it needs to be right now. Not necessarily because of the run stat, because as we all know in Sharlock, your agility number means less than nothing, but it does contribute to your defense. And Big Slamu, of course, does not have the Silver Shield, and that defense can be a big deal in the DL2.
Yeah, the large shield can sometimes get the job done, but if it's on the edge, you want that silver shield if you can get it.
Yeah, which of course Diabetes did early. We are not going to see that from Big Slamu. That ship has sailed, so he will be going into Sharlock with a large shield when he's got ghost stats.
And that's doable.
Yeah, it absolutely can be. He does need to see a fairly substantial agility gain. Of course, you know, that's a limiting factor. HP is a hard limiting factor right now. And MP, you really want to see a little higher than 9 heal mores.
I like more, but that's me.
I like as much as I can get. You got it. So we have level 14. 7, 12, 3, 3. That is the kind of double-digit gain in agility we wanted to see. Strength has now moved us into 130 attack power, which is very doable depending on your other stats, but HP is still lagging behind.
But strength is in the green.
Yep, very winnable at this strength, just depending on how the other stats pan out. Oh, Diabetes taking a death to a blue dragon.
All of the dragons are tricky in each their own way. So you get overconfident sometimes, or I do, facing like a blue dragon after you've taken out a few red.
Yep, that's definitely a trap that can get fallen into, and dragons have played a prominent role here in this seed. So now Diabetes is headed back to that. It looks like he's going to head back to... No! He wants the Axe Knights.
So we're going to have two grinds going on here. Big Slamoo with the green dragon in the swamp cave, and Diabetes with...
Yep, he's going to stay at the inn here. He had an experience lead for a little bit here, but has now lost it, and this walk back is costing him a lot of time, while Big Slamoo just continues to just swing away at these green dragons, because he can take them down in 2 swings at this point.
You get a lucky hurt more in there.
He's not even bothering with the hurt more because he's all but guaranteed a 2-swing takedown, and you can, if you can save your resources to use for heal mores, you stretch things out even further. Golems with hurt, that is an excellent fight if you can get it, and he's got a second one here.
And yet the green dragons took Big Slamoo down.
Certainly did, and these 2 golems are going to give Diabetes the experience lead again. So it is a back and forth right now. Yeah, Betastrap pointing out in chat, that was a bad death to take. It definitely was, and one that didn't need to happen. But luckily, the walk is not too far back.
Get the NPC out of the doorway.
Did golems have heal more? Did I just see that? Yep. Thus the stop spell from Diabetes. That was unfortunate.
Always discouraging to see that heal more when you're looking for a death.
Yeah. So alright, he takes down that one. 75% heal more, 50% hurt. Interesting spread. Big Slamoo is back now to the Green Dragons.
Or to get 350 for the dragons. Or no, excuse me, for the golem.
Yep, and he took down 2, so that got him 700, which gave him the experience lead ever so briefly, which Big Slamoo is now taking back.
Their first one was pretty close.
Alright, so we're less than 1,000 away now from level 15. We have yet another golem on Diabetes2nd screen. If he keeps running into these, the Axe Knights aren't going to be necessary.
That's very true.
It's helped, though. They've helped him to keep pace with the steady grind that Big Slamoo is putting on, and yet another.
Yeah. Apparently, he's wearing his golem attractant today.
No kidding. Well, they're now going to be practically tied in experience here. And Diabetes finally makes it back to that Axe Knight spot, but I don't know. I might walk around Hawksness and just keep after those golems.
He seems to be managing the golems pretty well. Now that he knows they have heal more, you hit him with a soft spell.
They are essentially tied here, 7,300 and change apiece. Big Slamoo just takes down one. The next one will get him level 15, just as the next Axe Knight will get Diabetes2nd level 15. So we're going to have dueling level 15s here. Diabetes gets it first. Big Slamoo right behind. Level 15 is going to give us 4, 6, 8, 2.
Still not a powerhouse.
Yeah, not quite enough.
Although the attack points look really nice.
Yeah, attack power is fine at this point. You don't have to worry too much about that. But the HP is not at the threshold that you need it to be at in order to go in. And MP, you really want at least 10 heal mores given what your HP is at here and the rest of your stats. And agility could use at least a little bit of a shift, but it is at least not as abysmal as it was 2 levels ago.
This is true, and maybe level 16 will be the eye-opener.
So level 16, of course, will come at 9,750. And given these grind spots, that's just going to kind of melt away here in the next few minutes. Although Diabetes now having to exit in order to go regain resources. And this is kind of where the difference in these grind spots shows itself. Because when it's time for Big Slamoo to exit, you know, he can walk right out of the cave, stay at the inn, and walk immediately back down. But when Diabetes needs to exit Hawksness, he's got to make, you know, a 30 to 60 second walk via rappel down to Cantlin, stay in Cantlin, then make that same walk back to Hawksness. And so it's just one of those moments that allows Big Slamoo to overtake and regain a little bit of lead.
This is true, and in a race like this, 2 minutes matter. 1 minute matters.
It absolutely does, as close as they are right now.
Didn't get any golems on the walk through Hawksness that time.
Not that time, nope. So now Big Slamoo's lead is up to about 800 experience, just in that walk that Diabetes had to do down to Cantlin and come back.
And he needs 90, they both need 9750, correct? For level 16.
That is correct, 9750, and that is rapidly approaching.
With all of the getting set up, I didn't get my seats out.
He's probably not going to be able to do... No, he's not going to be able to do it on this dive. He's going to have to go up for air here in a second. But, and we'll see if Diabetes is able to catch up in the time that it takes Big Slamoo to do that. Oh, Tilo pointing out he can do it with herbs. That is true. I didn't catch how many he had in his inventory. It's only going to take one more, so he may get it here.
Sometimes in the heat of the battle, at least I forget that you can use herbs.
There's a crit. Okay, so we have level 16. We're going to have 0, 10, 5, 4. I'd probably go here.
Well, I got 10 heal mores, 99 hit points.
Yeah, 99 HP would put you out of threat range. 82 defense. You've got 84 agility, which is fine to go into Sharlock with. I mean, it's extremely marginal, but if you feel like you're behind, or if you feel like, hey, I'm racing against DiabeetusThe2nd, you maybe go here. I think you go, but you're unhappy about it.
Get real nervous, especially when you hit the red dragons in Sharlock.
But we'll see what Big Slamoo elects to do here. He needed to stay at the end for to regain resources. Nope, he's going right back. So he's decided, nope, level 16 is not for me.
If you're in a spot and you're comfortable with that extra time to grind another level, it's probably not a bad idea.
So level 17 will come at 12,000. Meanwhile, Diabetes is just a couple Axe Knights away from 16, and we'll see what decision he elects to make. Especially because, as Zarnax is pointing out, of course, Big Slamoo has a one-game buffer here. Diabetes is playing for his tournament life, so it'll be interesting to see what his decision is.
That's true. I would think in that case he would go. Cross his fingers and go.
And nope, he is going to continue.
Get a couple golems. That'll help.
Yeah, if he can survive them. So far, so good.
He got him.
Runs into another one, but is not going to be able to take it on, so runs away. Headed back to Cantlin.
His magic point is at 0, is it not?
Correct, yeah. He's heading back to Cantlin to do the refill. Big Slamoo, meanwhile, back at these green dragons, is rapidly approaching level 17, actually. It's just, they're melting away at this point with his 134 attack power.
And how quickly you can get another level if you're dedicated to the grind.
Yep, he's going to cross the 11,000 threshold here momentarily. There it is. Plenty of MP in the tank to get to level 17 here without having to go back for resources. Yeah, the experience lead now is almost to 1,000. I think what we're seeing borne out here is that Big Slamoo's decision to grind the Green Dragon Spike is proving to be the call that was likely the correct one versus the Hawksness grind with the walk back to Cantlin.
That walk to renew your resources is just going to be the big problem here.
Yeah, it's a really long one. It's not nearly as long as the one the Big Slamoo's had to make. And in fact, if Big Slamoo had not taken that unfortunate death to one of the Green Dragons about 10, 15 minutes ago, he would be even further ahead now.
What would be in Sharlock?
Oh yeah, would almost assuredly be at level 17 by now.
So Big Slamoo's looking at another two Green Dragons.
Yep, should have it after this one.
And there it is.
There's the threshold. So level 17 is going to give us 1 power, 1 speed, 9,
and 1.
And 1. So your MP... Boy.
Yeah, that's tricky. That gives you 10 skill more. You don't have to use them on the way in.
I mean, you like the boost to the HP, but you haven't improved your odds all that substantially.
Difficult choices.
You've maybe gained a few percentage points, but yeah, Big Slamoo doesn't like it either. He's still grinding on those greens.
Oh, no shame to go to level 18.
Yep, gonna go ahead and do the 18. Yeah, it's just the gain was so marginal that if you were gonna go on 17, you may as well have gone on 16. So level 18 will be at 14,250.
Yep, it's quite a grind.
Yep, meanwhile...
Battle of the grind.
Yes, and Diabeetus, almost at 17, just needs one more Axe Knight. We'll see what his decision here is. Again, he has the Silver Shield. 108 HP is maybe only nominally, but definitely better than 99. He might think about it. Nope. Goes right back to the Axe Knight. He's not looking for HP. He's looking for probably MP. Not getting it.
He's holding an extra 10 defense points due to the Silver Shield.
Diabeetus might be going here. It looks like he took an intentional death. Yeah. I think we're about to see a Sharlock dive from Diabeetus. He's playing for his tournament life, and he's decided this is good enough. This is a very interesting situation.
Depending on his luck and the RPG, he may just sail right through.
He is electing to swing at things as he goes.
In Sharlock, you can get another level fairly quickly because you're high-level enemies.
This is very interesting, because Big Slamoo is very shortly going to have level 18. He only needs a few more green dragons.
Run from the first column.
Diabeetus needs a really good Sharlock dive here.
those that don't need fortune.
We find a wizard, and he is choosing to swing through. Wizards have DL2 breath, though. That is unwelcome news.
Yeah, because ordinarily at this stage, they don't hit you so much.
No, he is defense breaking them, but there is no defense breaking DL2. And we have level 8 over on Big Slamoo's side, which brings us 8 power, 1 speed, 7 hit points, 7 magic. You gotta go. Yep.
That's a nice level.
That is 100% go time, no question about it. That's 11 heal mores off your 115 HP. You can probably count on a double in there. Yeah, and Diabetes is swinging, so it looks like he wants to gain 18 on the way down.
And that's not a bad strategy at this point.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that the blue dragons, if you run into too many of them, it might start stretching his resources a little thin.
You've got to try not to use up any of your magic.
Yeah, absolutely. So at 143 attack power, Big Slamoo is entering Sharlock with the ability to probably be able to expend a heal more and not worry about it too much, given what he's going to be swinging on DL2. So he's got a cushier dive for sure. Diabetes, meanwhile, just open swinging at Armored Knights, gets the crit. Gonna run from that one and then herb up. Yeah, that was a little scary. Diabetes enters the basement, so he's about a little more than half a dive ahead.
And so far, he has not used any of his MP.
No, he has not, and he is inching closer to level 18. Which, if he can gain that down here and not have to expend much, would be huge.
He's managed to run from most everything.
Oh, Big Slamoo runs into a Red Dragon, which I do not think Diabetes has seen his entire dive. Big Slamoo gets away. And a second one on the same floor for Big Slamoo, so... But gets away.
He got away.
Diabetes is headed toward the spike tile, and it is...
Armored Knight.
An AK-47.
I don't know about you, but I hate to see an Armored Knight on that square.
Almost 99% of the time, I agree. That's going to bring Diabetes about 500 away. He's going to elect to heal walk. And fight it again. He wants level 18.
He sure does. He's working for it.
But meanwhile, Big Slamoo has entered the basement now. Oh dear.
We may be down to the wire. Look at this.
And Slamoo is not taking any fights. Oh my goodness.
This is exciting.
Big Slamoo now practically high-fiving Diabetes here.
Exactly at the same spot with the same enemy.
But is, yeah, getting an encounter like every step. Oh dear.
These are killers.
Big Slamoo's headed to the spike tile. Oh, gets trolled right before it. Hits it. Oh, Diabetes' lead of nearly an entire dive has now been entirely lost because he's trying to get that last level here.
Of course, he's still going to take out another armored knight on the spike tile, doesn't he?
Yep, which he's about to do now. Big Slamoo is going into the DL1 fight right now. Hasn't lost anything. We're going to get Diabetes' level here. Oh, an excellent roll on DL1. Gets a stop spell.
There goes Dragon Lord 1. Big Slamoo took him down.
DL2, here we are, does not get back attacked. We open with a 13. That's an 18, so we're 31. Another 18, so we're at 49.
Okay, Diabetes now up to Dragon Lord 2.
That is a 14, so 63. $78. $92. Sorry, 93. $109.
Right down to the line here. $76.
It's
for
128. Great roll.
87 for Diabetes.
148. Great roll from Big Slamoo there. That's going to do it. At the wire, get your GGs out in chat for Big Slamoo. He is going to take this race and take the best of 3, moving on to the round of 8. A final time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 16 seconds. And Diabetes takes down DL2.
I'm told nobody's hearing me. Okay. This has been a night of technical difficulties.
And joining us...
Big Slamoo.
Joining us in chat now, the winner, Big Slamoo. Big Slamoo. GG.
Thanks. Wow, that was quite the seed there. That felt good from the first 15-20 minutes, and then I just kind of coasted from there. So feels good to pull that one off. Feels good to get that second W and move on.
Yeah, absolutely. You ran a great race. And also joining us here, DWR. Diabetes. Really well run race.
And
GG. Joining us.
Diabetes.
Joining us in chat
Both
now.
you guys,
winner,
man,
Big
it was
Slamoo,
right on
Big
the
Slamoo.
edge.
Thanks for the GG, and GG, of course, to Slamu. That was quite a seed. Felt good pretty much all around. I'm not sure if I could really play it much better. When a seed's decided by a critical dodge against a blue dragon, there's not much you can do.
I had a critical dodge death too.
Yeah, the RNG was really tricky on this one.
Yeah, DB2, I had basically the perfect death on the far west. I had just finished exploring Grave, and I forget, there might have been one more cave out there, and then I died to a red dragon. I'm assuming Cole and Freebie Cave were over there. Ended up getting lucky not needing them, but I would have gone back had I not.
The red dragons were particularly bloodthirsty.
Yeah, Cole was just outside of Swamp North, and it was empty, so it didn't have anything for us. But that was quite a seed.
Yeah, and it was thrilling to watch from beginning to end. There were a lot of lead changes throughout, and then you guys converged there at the end, and it was just kind of edge of your seat kind of stuff. Basically a 30-second differential there at the end. You can't ask for more thrills than that.
DB, did you think about jumping on 16?
Like going at 16? I mean, I briefly considered it, but with odds in the 20s to 30s, I didn't feel too confident about it.
Yeah, I feel like 105, and I only had 82 defense at the time. I wasn't getting a double that I felt like I needed to have a chance, and it looks like you had the silver shield, so you maybe could have squeezed a double, but I still think you're sub 30. Yeah, it's another one of those weird seeds where 16 borderline unwinnable unless you find the fighter's ring, 17 absolutely nothing, and then 18 is free.
Yeah, actually, it's very similar to our first seed, and I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did last time. I kind of did, with diving at 17 and picking it up on the way, or picking 18 up on the way, rather. But yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing at 16. It's like, do I really go for this? The odds are terrible. We've got like 99 HP. This is just going to be a bad situation. Like, it goes perfect. I roll above average. I get first strike. I go in with full HP and all that stuff, and I win by the skin of my teeth, or literally anything else happens and I'm boned. So yeah, playing the safety card felt like it was needed. Like I said, I felt like I played the rest of it pretty well, aside of that critical dodge blue dragon death while trying to grind in Hawksness, and that taking like 5 minutes to walk back because I just kept running into golems and plains tiles. And I think I ran into 7 encounters on the way to the spike tile. That was pretty nuts. But yeah, GG.
Thanks. This was I was so frustrated at myself. I finished collecting the harp and Hawksness, and I immediately walked straight to Cantlin to refill an MP because I was out and I had everything else. I literally turned around, walked straight back, just beating myself up every step of the way. I counted. It was about 40 seconds worth of poor decision making there, and it came close to costing me. Right? I mean, we're 33 seconds apart, right?
Yeah, something like that. I didn't actually see what the time differential was, but yeah, I had already, I think, hit my last hit on DL2 and was scrolling through the text when you finished. So yeah, it was probably about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, if that had cost me, I don't think I would ever let myself live that one down. But honestly, seeing just the finish and knowing how the seed went, this had to be an exciting one back and forth. This one will be an exciting watch. But unfortunately, one of us has to go home. I'm almost sad it's you because I feel like you're probably the stronger runner between the two of us, but that's why we play the games this week. So GG's, always the best. And I'm sure I'll see you in another tournament pretty soon here.
Oh, I'll be around. I always am. But GG, good luck in the next round. You're going to need it, most likely. I think just about anybody at this phase getting into the top 8 here, even in this round, in the round of 16, it's there really haven't been even in the round of 24, and frankly, for half the people who were eliminated in the group stage, there's no easy outs. This community is so talented across the board. There's so many people that have the capability to win any race, and I think that's one of the best things about this group. So happy to race with you. Good luck in the next round, and thanks to the cast and crew as always. We'll look for you next time around.
Yeah, thank you guys for picking this up, especially the late night. Always appreciated.
Absolutely, and well said, and again, well run to you both. Just very briefly here, looking ahead, we have, of course, much more happening in the bracket round stages here as we move toward the round of 8. Tomorrow, specifically, we have 2 races currently slotted. At 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Game 2 of Angel FM versus Stags 28. And then 2 hours after that, at 9 o'clock, we have the second game of Secret Agent Man versus Nest Cardinality. That's going to be your Monday slate currently. Some more could happen within there. Some people still have some races to schedule. Day after that, on Tuesday, we have just one race so far. And that's going to be the currently scheduled DK versus Jay Coper Game 2. That's going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern. Game 2 on that one. That Game 3, should it be necessary, has also already been scheduled for Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Also on Wednesday, the last thing currently scheduled is Game 3 of 3 of Aaron 2U2 versus yours truly, Bob Pineapple. We have that scheduled for 10 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. But that's only about half the races that are left to be run here, so plenty more that are going to be slotted in this week as we rocket toward the round of 8.
One race.
Lots of great racing left to go. We're moving toward the late stages of the tournament here, so make sure you're keeping it right here to see everything that we have to offer in the coming days, weeks, as we move toward the finals of the 2022 DW Randomizer Summer Tournament. I think that's just about going to wrap things up for us here. Old Vampire Lady, any last words?
It's an awesome race by all of you guys. I'm so in awe of your talent and your ability to do this game over and over again and still get fantastic results. And I hope someday to be half as good as you guys. But this was a great race and a good game.
Yeah, absolutely could not have said it better myself. Well, that's going to do it here for us this evening. So on behalf of our restreamer Gambit017, our tracker Camion, my broadcast partner Old Vampire Lady, and myself, Bob Pineapple MD, signing off for the evening, wishing everyone here a good night.
Good night.